service. I'm going to call Reverend Suzanne up, please. Come right up here, because we want Facebook people to see this. We'll give them a chance. It's exciting, isn't it? You're in charge now.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So the Foothill Center for Spiritual Living, it is time for us to install Reverend Suzanne Grace Raleigh as a minister of religious science and as an official bridge minister of this member center. The board has given official notice to the Centers for Spiritual Living in Golden, Colorado. A minister of religious science acts in a threefold capacity in fulfilling the ministerial office. Every minister of religious science must have received a license and recognition as a practitioner before they may be licensed or ordained as a minister. This being true, you serve always as a practitioner to the needs of the people of this community. Reverend Suzanne will serve as an official accredited teacher of religious science under the authority and chapter of FCSL Home Office in Golden, Colorado. Reverend Suzanne will serve as spiritual leader of the people, accepting the charge of the ecclesiastical functions of this center by conducting spiritual services, the performance of all ministerial functions, knowing where the keys are, and the pastoral supervision of ministering to the spiritual needs of this membership, providing counsel to all who come to you for help and guidance. It is now my honor to present to the Board of Trustees and the members of the Foothill Center of Spiritual Living, Reverend Suzanne Grace Raleigh, to be dutifully installed. So I'm going to ask now that the Board of Trustees and all the members of this community please stand. Reverend Suzanne, do you accept the principles of science of mind and promise to adhere to them and make them the basis of your teaching? If so, say, I do. Do you consecrate yourself to the ministry that you will do your utmost at all times to reflect the Christ within and in all you think and say and do? If so. Do you so dedicate yourself that you will be constantly aware of the Spirit within all people, and that you will see only the perfect spiritual person, perfect in mind, body, and spirit?
I do.
Do you promise to minister faithfully and lovingly to the people now committed to your charge, and to seek ever to be an example of moderation, patience, and loving kindness?
I do.
Good. Let us just take a moment and pray, please. May the infinite Spirit which empowers you to do all these things grace you with the strength and faithfully to perform the same, to live the vision of this center and the vision of the centers of spiritual living. And so it is. Amen. Stay standing, please. So, you are the life center. You are the life of this center. You are ambassadors of religious science, each one of you. The ambassadors of this community. You are the backbone as volunteers giving service dedicated to the welfare of this center. Do you promise to uphold and practice the principles of science and mind moment by moment? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
Do you promise to follow the light of truth, seeking at all times to be aware what is right rather than who is right? If so, say, I do.
I do.
Do you promise to uphold the vision of this center?
I do.
If you have a differing opinion, do you promise to pray first, think secondly, and speak lastly? If so,
I do.
Great. Do you promise to give your time, your talent, your treasure to support the activities of the Foothill Center for Spiritual Living?
I do.
Great. Do you accept Reverend Suzanne Grace Raleigh as your bridge minister, spiritual leader, and your teacher?
I do.
Thank you. Let's give Susanna a hand. authority vested in me as an ordained minister of the Centers for Spiritual Living. You may sit down, you guys, or you can stand out here. Spiritual Living from Golden, Colorado, and being senior minister of this FCSL for over 15 years. On my behalf of the Foothill Center, as my final official act as senior minister, I do install you here and now as the bridge minister and the spiritual leader of the Foothill Center for Spiritual Living, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining to your office. Always remember that you are, and each person you serve is a one of a kind, exquisitely individualized, unrepeatable, intentionally, physically emanation of the infinite itself in force. Seek to know this self above all else, then teach, love, and minister to the people from this moment. Reverend Suzanne, this community is officially, lovingly under your care and your direction. I love you. And this gift is very special. When I received it from a practitioner friend of mine, as soon as I saw it, I said, oh, this is for my desk as a minister. And it's a rock from Sedona that he carved with the signs of my symbol. I now pass it on to you as a minister and leader of this community. When you see it, remember the love that you give and the gentle caring that you have always given to this. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm really overwhelmed. Rex and I walked into this church 19 years ago, and I was a member, a volunteer. Then I studied for 3 years to become a licensed spiritual practitioner. Never wanted to be a practitioner. You know that story.
Yeah, I do.
And then I went to ministerial school, and now I'm a minister, and in the church I basically feel like I grew up in. And it's beyond comprehension to me that I'm in this role. I never, ever envisioned it. And so I just thank all of you. I feel so humbled to be here. And I also want to thank my husband, Rex, who supports me 100%. And I am here for you, and we're going to be on a great journey together. I'm so blessed that Reverend Maggie has been my teacher and my mentor and my friend since she walked in those doors. And I just appreciate each of you, and I look forward to getting to know those of you I don't know. And we're on a journey together, and I am just feeling so touched and blessed. So thank you.
Okay, give us some love, you guys.